So Brock Purdy got 265, 100 million guaranteed. He basically got 53 million a year, which is the area I worried about. Listen, I am willing to pay quarterbacks $50 to $55 million a year that lead their teams or that are the offense, not that quarterbacks that comply with it. Lamar Jackson with a great organization and a great coach. He gets hurt, Baltimore can't score. Tom Brady with Belichick. He leaves, they fall off a cliff. Jimmy Garoppolo got this roster to the Super Bowl. So my take is I like quarterbacks who initiate advantage, not benefit mostly from it. And I'm not saying he's a smart kid that doesn't move well, but it's like movie directors and movie stars in Hollywood. Spielberg and Cruise are filling the theater. Many people benefit being in their movies, and some with a lot of talent. But again, Hollywood has a bit of a salary cap, like there are budgets for movies and there are budgets for teams. So I think Brock Purdy tends to be closer in talent to a Baker Mayfield, $35 million a year, than Josh Allen, $55 million a year. And I'm not saying Brock is the only quarterback I think's overpaid. It does appear that Trevor Lawrence is overpaid. I said it at the time. I think Dak Prescott and Tua, I didn't like those contracts. I was right on both. But, you know, the critics say, well, Justin Herbert hasn't won a playoff game either, but I think most people in the league know he can deal. So here's what the contract tells me. It tells me that Kyle Shanahan has all the power. And Kyle Shanahan's looking at that contract, and he's looking at a guy who's smart, coachable, moves well. They don't play in crappy weather where Brock Purdy's not been the same guy as he has been in more temperate weather, and he's good with it. But we all know the more you pay Tua and Dak, the less they have around him. Tua's O-line would be a lot better if he made $35 million a year. And Dak would have more weapons if he made $35 to $40 million a year. So I've said this. The Niners didn't really attack their offensive line in the offseason. Trent Williams sprains a knee or an ankle. Cross your fingers he doesn't. And Brock Purdy's going to have to, once again, lead the team and initiate offense. You know, it's interesting. There's a guy that's going to get paid next, C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud went to a franchise that was a dumpster fire with a rookie head coach and a rookie coordinator and kind of a bad team and led him to the playoffs. And then last year, his top two receivers got hurt. Another receiver was in and out of the lineup. The offensive line was awful, and he led him to the playoffs again and won a playoff game. C.J. Stroud is somebody I would pay. Okay, again, he is initiating. He is overcoming. Last year, there was a great moment for people to judge Brock Purdy. He lost Christian McCaffrey. The team was banged up. How did he do? He was 1-6 against playoff teams. So again, I think a lot of people can drive this 49er car, right? Garoppolo drove it to the Super Bowl. I don't think there's a lot of quarterbacks could do what C.J. Stroud's done in Houston. Rookie coach, rookie coordinator, O-line in the tank. Tank Dell gets hurt. Stephon Diggs gets hurt. And he's won the division back-to-back. Now, you can say, well, the division isn't good. Well, Brock Purdy's best year was when Christian McCaffrey, by the way, was third in MVP voting, and the Rams and Arizona were both in rebuilds. So we'll see. I wouldn't have paid it. I would wanted a more team-friendly deal. He is now in the class of a lot of big-money quarterbacks. Some, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, C.J. Stroud next, I would have no problem paying. Others, Tua, Dak, and Purdy, I'm less comfortable. I've been right on Tua. I've been right on Dak. I think I'm right on Brock Purdy. We'll find out, but it does signify who's running the franchise. And Shanahan's like, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's coachable. He moves well enough. If we can keep him healthy, the schedule is easy. I can win 11, 12 games with this guy. And you can tell by drafts who's in control of the franchise. You can tell by contracts to quarterbacks who's in control of the franchise. I mean, Mike Tomlin is controlling the Steelers. How do I know? They still don't have a quarterback, right? There's no urgency for them at quarterback. That tells me Tomlin has all the power right now, all the juice in Pittsburgh.